To another topic at Learn IT in 5 minutes, and today we are going to learn about what is a container. And without further ado, uh, let's try to understand what is a container and how it is different than your physical server or your virtual machine or virtual server and your actual container, and what is the difference and how the evolution occur over a period of time, and why do we need a container. We will try to understand. So let's not delay further and let's get on to directly onto the topic. What is a container? Typical physical server consists of as you have seen in my previous videos, and I'm just trying to touch upon very briefly, is it consists of storage, CPU and memory, and there is a host OS. And on a virtual server there is a full-fledged guest OS is also installed on it, and the interaction in between this VM and the resources is managed through the hypervisor, which is taken care by the VMM, which is nothing but a virtual uh, machine monitor, and it's a hypervisor kind of layer actually. So as from a VM user's perspective or virtual server's perspective, he is not at all aware of any of these physical entities on the server. They all individually operate as a one entity, and again these are logical, but again they work individually without any they need not to be aware of what is underlying. So what happens is, on the same physical server you are having two OS actually. When you look at it uh, as an outsider perspective, or when you get to see the entire picture, you see that host OS is also there and full-fledged guest OS is there. When I say full-fledged, everything, all the functionality will be residing. It's not a minimized version of OS. So it's difficult to it needs a lot of storage, it needs a lot of CPU. A lot of CPU goes into, like, for running the guest OS as well as host OS also. So industry came up with, after the virtualization, industry came up with another concept which is called container. Okay, so container replaces this hypervisor. Okay, and it is most of the time when I'm referring, it's these are called Docker containers. The containers can be something else also, but in this topic let's consider we have a Docker container. What exactly these containers do, it is they don't have the kind of guest OS. These are lightweight containers which we can spin it or create it on the fly without taking much time. That's the important thing. You create your images of what needs to be installed on this, and they will provide you a lighter version of this kind of, I'll say, container OS, and you are good to go actually. So that's the major difference in between your virtual machine and your containers. Basically, when here I'm just trying to show the Docker, but there could be another containers also. So they, again, you need not to worry about how the sharing of resources happen. Okay, it's completely abstracted from you, and that's the major reason most of the industry is moving towards the containerization of a lot of their applications, which gives us these are very lightweight, and this can be spinned up and created as and when it is needed, and they're very quick since it doesn't really have a full-fledged guest OS. So with that, I wanted to wrap up the container topic, so I will suggest stay tuned for the next topic, and till then, thank you, and please subscribe the channel to help in spreading the knowledge, and in case of any questions, please do like it at the end. Please do write it at the end. Thank you very much.